Initiates of the sacred brotherhood of elite MCs. Raw mysterious initiates of the sacred brotherhood of elite MCs. Raw mysterious initiates of the sacred brotherhood of elite MCs. Raw mysterious initiates of the sacred brotherhood of elite MCs. Raw mysterious. Drew Ali is happy when Moors are happy. Vixens wink fake lashes trying to trap me. 40 days and nights battling the lower demons. This is not their land, hybrids can't be free men. If this is not their land, who's the immigrant thinking they're sovereign? Imagination figment, recessive is their status, lacking pigment. Game for the Thanksgiving, but no commitment to indigenous Moors they conquered with Bibles. Signs in the vitals and signs in the cycles, only to strangle, embracing my rivals. Free national standards, not playing with the tribals. Each Moor is their own Christ, not disciples. Whether hands or thoughts, no worshiping idols. Always carry my Moorish Quran or recitals. Everyone will not process ancients' arrivals. Initiates of the sacred brotherhood of elite MCs. Raw mysterious initiates of the sacred brotherhood of elite MCs. Raw mysterious initiates of the sacred brotherhood of elite MCs. Raw mysterious initiates of the sacred brotherhood of elite MCs. Raw mysterious.
Innate mystic ability to show and prove a lesson, coupled with the agility to move you with the message. Presence of divine mind to navigate you with a reference, urgent with a purpose, perfect. Emergent urban legends, real more is not a question or a choice or a preference. You are who you are, you should have the same obsession. Broke the same jewels to a dude, the corner Jane and Western. What you reppin', all that effort, that direction keep you separate in a world of blind sheep. I was born to be a shepherd, mind like an elephant. Got the paws of a leopard, means I'm wise and I'm strong. Crank you up like I'm a record, take you to the body shot. Correct your lines to true vector manifestations. Matter, energy, and mind, spirit men unsung. Trey Young dropping dimes until you tighten up, you catching splinters from the pine. Clean the clouds out your thoughts, that's what keep you in the bind.
Initiates of the sacred brotherhood of elite MCs. Raw mysterious initiates of the sacred brotherhood of elite MCs. Raw mysterious initiates of the sacred brotherhood of elite MCs. Raw mysterious initiates of the sacred brotherhood of elite MCs. Raw mysterious.
Like Taj said, you know what I mean? We're on an alternate timeline right now. AI hijacked the organic reality. Yeah, facts.
Look at me, everybody.
It's been 100 and few years since Drew Ali appeared. Now they wear umbrellas for turbans, weaves of hair. They wanna be a goddess of nature and hug a tree. Recording themselves, showing camel toes, look at me. Always posing, got the air fat and dozing. Dog clothes, new airs, wear second-hand clothing. Carrying your poodle, making your children crawl. Always on social media, children belly a ball. Their nails always dirty, their hair uncombed. Lazy and fat toxicians, law unmowed. 5 baby daddies, 6 baby mothers. 9 years of suffering won't wake a brother. You sleep too much is what Drew Ali said. Only fans in a thong with the baby on the bed, asking mom, why you doing this, acting like a whore. Pause the striptease, kick him out and close the door. Go back on camera, twerk and look at me. Twirling on a pole with your daughter, that's a he. He feels like a girl cause no dad around. Calling herself matriarch, wrap a sash around. Money phone and pics, throwing cash around. In front of your ears by Negroes getting slapped around. Big shades to hide bruises on live she cruises. For heirs learn bad behavior, making excuses. Take responsibility from parents, they learn rudeness. Wise inherit honor, shame is claimed by foolish. Mind manipulating mothers, excessive demands. Heirs looking uncomfortable, twerking on the gram. Lying ass parents say it's an African dance. Making man prance under the hypnotic trance. Mind overblown, they should be the throne. Look at me, Medusa, turn your dumb ass to a stone.
Look at me, everybody, tweeting IG, that's lame. Look at me, everybody, tweeting IG, that's lame, y'all. Look at me, everybody, tweeting IG, that's lame. Look at me, everybody, tweeting Tweeting IG, that's lame, y'all. Growing up on the tech side, digital sex side, keyboards collide, it's all job, hands bounce on keypad. Getting big mad in real life, just bounce like white pads. As time pass, move fast, digital alien. 5, 6, 7 cents, gotta buy for element. Magnetic gradient, matrix sucking your blood. Unplug, great again, go play in the mud. 5 minutes of fame, assault, feedogram love. Criminal creation, thief the next man's stuff. I'm Xing almanac, that's an original one. 5 maps to spread facts like a scientist does. I'm on the land, that's exactly where Lemuria was. Astral project zap, how did Buzz show up? Did he come out of lamp on a flying rug? From Atlantis, Mike Master with a saber that cuts. Look at me, everybody, tweeting IG, that's lame. Look at me, everybody, tweeting IG, that's lame, y'all. Look at me, everybody, tweeting IG, that's lame. Look at me, everybody, tweeting IG, that's lame, y'all. Look at me. IG, that's lame, y'all. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. Everybody tweeting IG, that's lame. Look at me. Everybody tweeting IG, that's lame, y'all.
Jurisprudence, a science that treats of positive law. That's my word. On my family's crest, and seal. And my friend, I am quite noble. My inalienable rights, those rights which are allodial with the principles of man. Egalitarianism.
Here I am. LAW, domestic terrorists, always bring trouble to stateless, brainless, non-reader Negroes. Black fists in the air won't save our people. Yelling black power, giving pale man your strength. Black leaders, Rockefellers train talented 10, running you out while you running your mouth. Only fictions and fables when they summon you out. Euro names with Euro shirts, ties with collars. Your boy calls you dog negative installer. Suppress jurisprudence, stay impudent. Giving mind pollutants to black students. Stagnant, not flowing, abuse it. Never active, but I call it a movement. From the BS taught, you need improvement. Gun club shooting cans isn't revolution.
Start with love, then the truth. Comes the peace, freedom, justice. Start with love, then the truth. Here comes peace, freedom, justice.
The hippie, the trickster, bang bang a boogie, getting hand in your cookie while your man pulling boogie. Went to Sugar Hill, find mountains of poopy. Where you put my shit? You be getting noogie, greedy, newbie, you a rookie. Sophomore troopy, stateless as loopy, run around chasing yesterday's through peas. Your ass couldn't pull in peace. Gang banned by the police, handle like cooties. Torn off like a loose leaf. Rock on, burn on you, find your own violent thing. Book stuff in the mind, now where's the tin? Can't wake up a dummy, I get it from buddy. Don't hear it from nobody, no looking but no worry. On your knees vertically.
Middle East decoded, courtesy of Aline Bay. Fontaine show us the navigating police state. Starts with love, then the truth. Comes the peace, freedom, justice. Start with love, then the truth. Here comes peace, freedom, justice.
Measurement is an element to be a sharp. Truthfully, I got to study more myself to be a part of the nationality, which my born divinity is beneficial. Politicking with a common entity. Choosing accurately is important, no high degree. Since our senses are more than these three, here are what we see. Intuitively, we progress and check. If when we roll, it seems consciously incorrect. Inspect and correct inside to override. Identify those that pacify from us to amplify. To answer why we pursue, learn, and do what we deem is true. Plus, from each step we grew closer to goal, or that goal which doesn't rust. As we move with trust, alien like recognize us. Again, we must be diligent in how we measure. Although it's strong, the born for someone taught us ever. Watch the clever words used to confuse the past. Now we fuse English and math to surpass the limitations which are fake. It causes hesitation for those basing their truth off miscalculation.
Starts with love, then the truth. Comes the peace, freedom, justice. Start with love, then the truth. Here comes peace, freedom, justice.
That is deep without a D. Study what you want, not what you need. Don't you pull all the little
truth comes the peace, freedom, justice. Start with love and the truth. Here comes peace, freedom, justice.
I understand law very well. Jurisprudence assigns and treats a positive law. You better get it right. Check the verbiage.
This is what it feels like. 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 People running up to me that I don't know. Are you a prince? They ask, tell them I'm from Morocco. Look me up and down with a smile, not a frown. Turn their brain to water, watch the lower self drown. Wanna touch my antennas and steal my energy. Eyes bulge, telling them I'm always King Edward V. When it comes to facts, with most they get beggarly. They ask Morocco where? The farthest northwesterly. With every question asked, I respond cleverly. All dependents warn, explained expertly. Going in their wallets, pull out pictures with fezzes. Breaking down the ring, then the mason confesses. He's at 33 degrees, now the convo stretches like yoga into esoteric metaphysic lessons. When my people aren't like me, he impresses. When we take more science to the highways and hedges. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like.
They tried to get you to think again. That's the profit. I'm upright, don't need a friend. And you can't stop this. I'ma write with my pen. Violate me and I'ma send writs again.
This is what it feels like. 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 People running up to me that I don't know. Are you a prince? They ask, tell them I'm from Morocco. Look me up and down with a smile, not a frown. Turn their brain to water, watch the lower self drown. Wanna touch my antennas and steal my energy. Eyes bulge, telling them I'm always King Edward V. When it comes to facts, with most they get beggarly. They ask Morocco where? The farthest northwesterly. With every question asked, I respond cleverly. All dependents warn, explained expertly. Going in their wallets, pull out pictures with fezzes. Breaking down the ring, then the mason confesses. He's at 33 degrees, now the convo stretches like yoga into esoteric metaphysic lessons. When my people aren't like me, he impresses. When we take more science to the highways and hedges. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like.
They tried to get you to think again. That's the profit. I'm upright, don't need a friend. And you can't stop this. I'ma write with my pen. Violate me and I'ma send writs again. Remain cautious, cause often they sin again. That's in the police out, just the silence men. When they bust through your door, you won't breathe again. Nationality will show you how to live again. It can change the predicament you're living in. You can heal the whole world without medicine. Only truth can make you a better man. Why lie? Cause you got paid to murder men. Then you try to lock them up when they riot in. That's okay, cause for freedom I'm diving in. With no knowledge, you come back to die again. Resurrect me not, cause I'd rather be one with Allah.
This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like.
Islam Moors, honors to all the Moors worldwide. Honors to all the Moors in the chat. Supreme love. We're here once again. Season 2, Q&A Wednesday. If you haven't, you can get caught up with Season 1. Just check the Canaanland Moors playlist, and you can get caught up to date. All right, here we go. Honors to all the Moors worldwide. You should be good now. Supreme honors to all. Honors to all the Moors in the chat. Honors to our Prophet, Noble Drew Ali. The mastermind, Noble Drew Ali. Honors to him. If you have any questions, put it in the chat in all caps, and we'll do our best. We'll do our best. I've been studying RV Bay publications, but I still haven't proclaimed my nationality. Can I do the process while still studying? So NSL, that L means you proclaim. That L means that in your mind, you already know what's up. Now, when you're talking about the quote unquote process, it's all mental first. Once you got that down, then you can do your paperwork, get your ID whenever you're ready. Because it's already in your mind. And if you have the L there before the card and before the paperwork, then you know that that doesn't make you a Moor. Some papers that you got from somewhere. Or somebody over there said, you know, they have the supreme seal that Noble Drew Ali left, and once you put that on, then that means you're a Moor. You're descendants of Moroccans born in America. So studying is always, studying is not stopping. There's no stopping learning. You're always learning. Whether it's more science, whether it's BS, whatever, you're always learning. All right. So whenever you're ready, you can go get your identification. You can go get, because it's in your mind. You know what it is. You know, the people who do it backwards, you know, go get the card and then go study. That way is the way that you get messed up. Because they're coming in with the mindset that this instrument makes them a Moor. That's why you're going to hear people put out their little reels and whatever like that. See, Moor means, so if you want to be a Moor, just come on over here and that's how people end up getting played. Because they think the card with the barcode on it is what makes you, or because it's blue with the circle 7 spinning on it, then that means that it doesn't. Knowing that you're a Moor is mental. As soon as you move away from of being a Moor is not mental. Being a Moor is because you have a card or a paper, or you're already off. And you probably got played. You probably paid about $5,000 for those papers. You probably paid a few hundred for that little plastic with your picture on it. They call it ID card. Probably paid a few hundred. This is divine and national, whether you're in the temple or not. So don't think you don't have temple obligations because you're not in the temple. You say that you're a Moorish American and all that, well, you better find a temple. You better pick a temple and start supporting. Because you do have obligations. If you say you honor Noble Drew Ali, you got obligations to the Moorish Science Temple. Don't think you don't, because you're not a member. Oh, you got beats too? Drop it. Moorishness.com. Go get some Moorish music. Help you out with this. If you got questions, put it in the chat. We got one in the email, so we'll address that one. And more, if you need more, if that's not enough, then just keep asking your questions till you get your answer. But it's Q&A Wednesday, and we're dealing with the chat. So if you have any questions, just put it in all caps, and we'll get to your question. We did the emails in season 1. All right, so it's season 2, so we're engaging you live. Engaging you live. If you're a Moor hater and you think you know something more than the Moors, present whatever. This is why we're here this season. So all the whoever's that talking BS and got something to say and all that, and all the sincere ones who are trying to learn, and whoever, we're here catering to you. You don't got any cash app to send out, but we got a PayPal though, canaanlandguide@gmail.com. You got the PayPal if you want to put something in there. Do your thing. So we're at your disposal. We're here for you. You said that every time you went to the temple and all that stuff, it was some BS going on. Right. Oh, the Moors are sellouts. I was reading that the Moors sold out. All right. Bring your stuff. Prove it. Bet you won't. Bet you won't. So we're here. You know, might be different now because you can't remain anonymous now. Now we know it's who's asking the question. So maybe that's a deterrent. But if it's a deterrent, you could still email. You see the emails at the bottom there. You could email your question. Don't be shy. Because everybody has a question about the Moors. Moors already know what's up, but we know that there's 2 in the back who they're ready. They're ready to transition, but the waters are murky. So you probably need a little assistance in your navigation skills. So let's just check the email. We'll deal with that one for now. Peace GS Kudro, I trust all is well. Please see the attached document. I came across this after where in section 17 it states, whenever any state wherein involuntary servitude is recognized or allowed shall propose to abolish such servitude, and shall apply for pecuniary assistance therein. The Congress may, in its discretion, grant such relief not exceeding $100 for each person liberated, but Congress shall not propose such abolishment or relief to any state. Congress may assist free persons of African descent to emigrate and colonize Africa. G.S. Taj Tariq Bey did a lecture talk on this topic, which is how I learned about this. He did not expound on the Africa colonizing part, though. So that's the 13th Amendment with 20 sections that you referred to it, Section 17. All right, so the first articles and 10 Bill of Rights is the Constitution. Like Drew Ali made reference to the 14th and 15th Amendment not being necessary. And if those aren't necessary, then 13, 12, 11 are not necessary either. It's not needed. You don't even have to go there. The reason why 13th Amendment with 20 sections even came up was actually because of Section 12. That Moors used to use this. This is back in 08 when we were brought into this. The reference point of the 13th Amendment with 20 sections was used by Moors. Nobody else was talking about this. Only Moors were talking about this in 08. That they use Section 12, which states that traffic in slaves with Africa is hereby forever prohibited on pain of death and forfeiture of all the rights and property of persons engaged therein, and the descendants of Africans shall not be citizens. So that's the only reason it used to come up, because Moors were using that to show that United States of America and all that stuff is not yours. That's some stuff for modern Europeans. If you're not modern European, you can't be a citizen of United States of America. You can't. That's not your jurisdiction. How is that your jurisdiction, but the Sultan of Morocco is not your jurisdiction, who they went to get permission to even have constitution? How are you under the jurisdiction of you? You're a citizen of U.S.A, but you're not a citizen of Morocco? How? You never realize, you never notice, you never made reference that the enforcement of this Constitution is not for you. What do you have to do with trafficking slaves? What have to do with you? The trafficking slaves with Africa, what's that have to do with you? I thought that was the white man. I thought that was the cracker. Oh, so you already know that's not your stuff. Bush throwing out your votes and all that stuff proves to you that you can't be citizens. It's not your stuff. It's not yours. The enforcement of it is for you to protect yourself against these criminals who added on sections. Now they got 20 something or whatever like that, and you're convinced that oh, they're violating the law because the law is some act or some 27 section whatever. No, that's not the law. They're lying. They're lying to you. So when you go to section 17 now, Congress may assist free persons of African descent to emigrate and colonize Africa. That's these free persons of African descent are going to be going there under some U.S. They're not going there under their African descent, the free persons, because everybody knows the free persons are the indigenous people. Free persons ain't come from somewhere else. The free persons are the original people. The only ones who would be free. Who else is going to be free? So they're talking about the people over here. The people over here of African descent. Isn't it the same thing that Noble Drew Ali said? Descendants of Moroccans born in America. Morocco, that's Africa, isn't it? Why you think they said colonize Africa? Obviously, the people from here going over there are going to be colonists if they go over there and take those people's stuff. They didn't say that they're going back home. How come they didn't say they're going back home if they're so African? The free persons of African descent going back to Africa is colonization because they're indigenous here. So they talk about Liberia and all that stuff. Those are U.S. that are over there claiming that they're African. That's colonization. And so you stop at 10 amendments, aka 10 Bill of Rights. You stop there. And all that other stuff, don't even concern yourself with anything after that. Because as far as this is as far as you're going to go. Because the 14th and 15th Amendment is not necessary. So we don't even need to go up there. And then go check the 13th Amendment now, and you're going to see how much sections it has and see how they played you again, that they took out the 20 sections. Especially, speaking about free persons and all that stuff, get you out the way. And they got you again. Okay. When the master teachers talk about the bureaucratic slavery, the slavery that's paper now. Not the slavery with the chains, the paper slavery. And always remember that there's a lot of work that they're doing and have done to throw things off. Right? Oh, hold on, let me 1 sec. All right. Yeah. That helps. I mean, it's it's like the 14th and 15th Amendment. It's not necessary. We need to go through all that. We're indigenous to the land. These people are modern European colonists. They're foreigners. So this is not their land. And if it's not their land, then they're not supposed to have jurisdiction. It's not their stuff. You can't go to China and have jurisdiction and do what you want there. So that was it for everything in the email. But we're here at your disposal. At your disposal. If you have any questions, put it in the chat. In all caps. The 13th, 14th Amendment citizens. Canada must be its own continent. They wish. They wish it was their own continent. If you ask them more, what do they think about Drew Ali and our movement? And their answer is, I am a Sheiks. Is it safe to say that's clout chaser? Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Because you see, this is about a holy covenant. Like we're for each other first. Just like everybody else is for their national first. They're for their national first. So when, and you get that stuff online, because, you don't see these people anywhere. So they join some little group and some little group leader, whoever said that they're a whatever, and now they're parading around as if they're really that. Yeah, that's clout chasing. Because the only anybody that should be brought up, the only title that means anything is prophet. That's it. And it shouldn't even. Everybody else, they're Moorish American, and that's that. I don't care about your title. Title doesn't mean jack. Title only means something to those who are using it. Not on themselves. The people who say, oh, that individual is my, and whatever title. It's like people can't come out and say they're the GOAT and all that. Oh, because I'm the GOAT. No, you're not. Stop it. Talking crazy. Yeah, watch out for the yeah. As soon as they go for the title before their free national name, watch them people. They're egomaniacs. Watch them. How was the Ottawa trip? Well, it turned into a unity session at the end of it because Moors, there were Moors that were there who were from the first and second Ottawa lectures when we went out there the first time, and which was crazy that we also did it at the spot that we did the first Ottawa lectures at with scrapers. Yeah, so the other part was
the food was great. Honest to the Moors for their works. The Moors near Ottawa. Great work going on near Ottawa. You know, it's good to know that the work wasn't in vain, that all these years later, there's still Moors near Ottawa. Still Moors there. And they know what's up. They know what's up. Oh, yeah. How do we change the term citizen and freeing ourselves from the system? I'm tired of working. Aren't we all? Aren't we all? So, whether it's for yourself or whether it's for someone else, working that's just something to be doing that since the beginning of time. Working's not something new. Right? How they make that happen now versus back then, you know, is the issue that we have. And that's because we have foreign people, we have foreign individuals having the say for the indigenous people. Right? When you look at your conveyance, right, your car, somebody worked for you to be in that, to be able to go wherever. You know, what was his shift? What was his shift for you to be in the car? What was his shift for you to be at the house? You know, was when you're killing those fries that came from those potatoes, that farmer man went out and did whatever. Right? What was his hours? What was the hours for that blunt that you just rolled? That weed in there? And the grower? How much work did the grower put in for you to be able to have your blunt right now and be chilling listening to Canaanland Moors? How much work went into that bud that you just put in? Right? So the toiling just happens. You know what I mean? The lesson that we take from Noble Drew Ali is that of being happy when you toil. Right? The lessons of Yahshua. Be happy when you toil. Because it goes both ways. As much as we hate ours, somebody's work is crazy compared to our work. Crazy. Mm-hmm. So the being the citizen is not the problem. It's being a citizen of what? Now, if you're a citizen of a democracy, then that's mob rule. And, you know, here we are. Because we're not supposed to be citizens of some foreign people's jurisdiction. Just like they showed in the 13 sections that you can't be a citizen. So what's happening? What's happening that has us connected to it when we can't even be a citizen of it? It's the wardship. It's the calling ourselves something that we're not, which gives them assumed jurisdiction. To put up the front like they're citizens and when
It's corporation, you're a product. It's Walmart and you're on the shelf. And they're moving you from the back to the shelf, and then you call that work and say, "Oh man, I hate working." You're just getting moved around on the stock, the warehouse, because it's a corporation. It's not government. You can't be a citizen of Walmart. Now, if the employee wants to play around like, they're a citizen of Walmart because they got an ID card and all that stuff. We're not, you can't blame yourself for where this is at. You have nothing to do with this. You're just, you open your eyes and you realize that you're in the pod, and you're looking around and there's pods all around you and people are asleep. And you're the only one sitting there awake. That's why work is, and the taxes, and you start, getting caught up in the mundane. Don't fall for the mundane. Don't let the mundane get you. Because that's the purpose of it. To have you spiraling into this oblivion of doubt and all these things that you don't need. When it should be about rejoicing, because we have knowledge of self. Forget that I gotta work. And I gotta work. I could do so much studying that I wouldn't be able to do if I was at the house. You know how much studying I get to do? I get paid. I get paid to study. I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining about my toil. No way. There was a more that I used to work with. We used to work at what the hell is it called again? Quest Tech. We used to work at Quest Tech. Right? We used to have to deliver computer monitors, and it was crazy. Like when monitors were the big box. Before this flat stuff that you got right now, we had the monitors, and you got to deliver monitor to the fifth floor of some building, some company, and they ordered these monitors. You and the next man, you just pack the truck, and you're just gone all day delivering damn monitors. And this one dude was just always just moving, you know what I mean? Like just moving. So we could take all day to do this thing. Like, why are you moving or whatever? So come to find out that he was weightlifting. He wasn't going to work. He was going to weightlift. And the only way that he's getting through the day is to be in the gym. But he can't be at the gym because he's at work. So he's lifting these damn boxes. This is back in the day. He's probably like 90 something, 90, 99, 98 or something like that. Maybe before that even. No, yeah, probably like 97, 98. And from that time, it was like, yeah, if I have a toil, whatever toil it is, I have to find some way in there to make this thing not be a toil. And just that mindset alone, every toil I got wasn't some crazy, break my back and all that stuff and endanger my life and all that stuff on some toil. Not even close. And now I could say, oh yeah, it's because that energy was put out. Power of thought is that real. Right? And then, the fact that it wasn't something that, thinking about it, just put it in the ethers, and then with the purest intentions and every job, even to the job I'm at right now. Right? This is just how it happened. There was no toil. There was no toil after that. That was, why do I have to do this? Why do I have to get up in the morning? Why do I? Nothing like that. I have no problem going to it. And again, looking at it from the perspective that there's always somebody with a worse toil than mine. I can't say mine is that mine's not that bad. I'm just complaining. But the stuff's not that bad compared to some other people's stuff they gotta do. The real deal is, it's not a separation like that. When you say, free our stuff from the system, it's not that the system's the problem. It's the jurisdiction of the system that's the problem. System's not the problem. If we had our own system, we'd be good. We'd be fine with it. We wouldn't say that, it's bad or whatever, because, we go to the Moorish, whatever office to get a Moorish social insurance number and a Moorish driver's license. We wouldn't complain about doing that if it's Moorish, if it's our own. Everything is mental for real. The freedom isn't, not working, and the freedom is really mental. Right. And then you know that you can crack the code, because all you got to do is find some nature. Just find some nature, take your shoes off, get balance, and then go back, get ready for the thing. This is why, with the Moors, for example, with the temple here, they use the temple as their battery charger to get through their week. Like, this is what they're at the temple for, because I know I'm going to get the energy from the Moors so I can get through the week. That's how some Moors deal with it. Deal with the toil. The same thing, going into nature, getting yourself recharged, so you can deal with it. But regardless of who it's for, that you gotta do it for or not do it for. The corporate construct that we're looking at, we can't be a citizen of that. This is also a part of why learning how to live within contracts and the reservation of your rights, because you're dealing with a foreign occupying force that you can't be a citizen of, but they're going to force you. No problem. Contract, reserve my rights on the contract, and now what? Right? Because you know that they're a colonist, you know that they're a foreigner, you know that that's not really your jurisdiction. It's not the jurisdiction. It's like it's similar to the boogeyman in the closet. and then the closet's open in the nighttime, and you know, and you're looking in there, oh my God, something's gonna get me. You know, but in the daytime, ain't no big deal. You go in there, get your clothes, ain't no big deal. As soon as nighttime and the doors cracked open, and you're seeing the glowing eyes and all this in there. You create this illusion. You create the illusion that it's a government, and it's a, you know, like when we talk about you know, am I a citizen of this, or the system is so corrupt that we should rebel, and there's no system. There's nothing there. It's all an illusion. It's all an illusion. You know? Like when you really look at it, that's just what it comes down to. That it's we've been, you're awakening to the fact. You're awakening to the fact that you've been living an illusion. Right? You're at the end of the Truman Show. You just went and knocked on the ceiling, on the sky. What you thought was water was a painting. So it's you know, once you realize that oh, that stuff's not real, then now you start doing what's real. You start being what's real. Because again, the reality is learning how to live within contracts, because you're in an illusion. Everything that you sign is a contract, to the point where it's set up now that your signature could be digital. Why do you think they did that for? Because some technology or whatever like that? No, so people can't reserve their rights. Because once you can't reserve your rights, then they got you. Which again goes back to what Noble Drew Ali said: proclaim your nationality. If you don't do anything else, at least know that you're a Moorish American. At least you know you have a nationality. If you don't do anything else, if anything happens, at least know, have it in your mind, know who it is that you are. So that'll save you too. Knowing. Like we're too far in to say separate from. You're too far in, and we don't have enough resources to really, unless you're saying you're gonna go live in the bushes or something like that, then you can cut all the trees down that you want and do what you got to do. Or go get a tent or whatever like that, and you go in the woods. It's not you can't do it. You just got to go deep enough where nobody's gonna bother with you. If it's like that, the majority of people are gonna say, nah. The majority. Everything is possible. If you're gonna say, not be part of the system and whatever, then they have the people out there go build their underground bunker and whatever. This is why you go to, the spiritual for refuge. Remember with the Matrix, right? Being able to go, out the Matrix and then go back in and all that. It's the same concept. You're going in because you have no other option. It's out of private necessity why you're engaging with these people. Well, you don't willingly want to, but under threat, duress, and coercion, you have to deal with them. From the most minute thing to grander things. In some way, shape, or form, you got to deal with these people. Which again goes back to Noble Drew Ali and why he set everything up, because he saw all this stuff coming. He told Moors they're going to get taxed to death back then. He told them take their money out the bank and all that. What did it do? Crash the system. System fell. There was no system. Then they murdered Noble Drew Ali, and here we are. Talking about the system is whatever. When that stuff, there's nothing there. The only thing keeping it alive is the ignorance of the people, who are supposed to be the ones that see what's going on and, get out of her, my people. But they love Babylon. That's just where the people are at. And again, going back to, because this is where it's at, get with the divine, get with nature and astrology, get with tuning and meditation, get with qigong and being active. Go there, and you would have refuge. You would find solace there. But it's also going to be, your way to recharge, to deal with the matrix. It's the only way that that you're gonna get through it. If you get trapped in the mundane, that's a whirlpool, and you might not come out the other end. That whirlpool take you away. It was really about having a certain mindset, that allows you to not be bothered, if you will, with the cares of the world. They're there, it happens, but that has nothing to do with you. You're here on a spiritual journey. You're here on a divine journey. You're not here on the mundane journey this time, even though you're in the mundane, even though you're in the matrix. You're Truman. Even though you're Truman, there's a higher lesson that you're here to learn. Are you prepared for it? Are you ready for the evolution? Because you have to get, the only way is to get out of the mundane. Because the mundane is not when our ancestors were in charge, were in control of it. The mundane has artificial people in control of it, and they're manipulating it to manipulate you. They're masters too at it. They're not dumb. And that's just where it's at because of what they did to Noble Drew Ali in the 1920s. Because there was no foreign occupation in 1929. But the system fell. The stock market crashed and all that. And then everything was in the hands of the Moors, just like Noble Drew Ali said it was going to be. And then they murdered him, and here we are. Because if that kept growing, everybody would eventually be part of that. There would be no NOI right now. There would be no Hebrew Israelites. There would be no Egyptology, whatever. There would be no holistic health, whatever people. There will be no anything relative to Negro, Black, colored, African, Indian, etc. There would be none of that right now. Those stuff wouldn't exist right now if they didn't get rid of Noble Drew Ali. But you know, the people were asleep. Right? The people were asleep. Just like Dr. York was telling them that they're Moors. And now he's talking about they're Liberians. They don't got jurisdiction because he's Liberian. No, y'all are Moors. He's Liberian now. I'm talking no Liberian with no red fez on. If you got any questions, put them in the chat. We pulled up to an hour. Funny how time flies by. Don't forget, put your questions in all caps. Glowing eye in the closet might pay you more too. You know, Islam to bay 4 times. I've heard bay 4 times in a while. Honors to that more. People are willingly ignorant of the facts. Facts. We are all connected mentally. All is well, more. All is well. You know, complaints. Could be way worse. Could be way worse. What are the different color fezzes, and where would one find the meaning behind the color for the fezzes? Islam. If you get the Rudder and Sextant book, the Rudder and Sextant book talks about the different colors and the meanings and all that. I think it's brown, orange, green, blue, white, red, black. I think that's all the colors. Yeah, all the meanings and those are in there. I can't remember all of them, but it's definitely in there. Um, and the different colors represent governmental titles. You know, it's not just it's not just a headwear. Not just a headwear. You know, there's an energy that goes with those. I think orange too. I think there's an orange. But there's an energy that goes with those. You know, just like there's an energy that goes with Al Bayda Al Ali. You know, rudder and sextant. Oh, Islam more. That's you. Even though that was you this whole time. Islam. How much does nationality card cost? The jurisdiction that we go to, Great Seal National Association of Moorish Affairs, nationality card is 50 notes. Moorish Science Temple of America, you'll have to check them to ask or to find out. And then, you know, then you have the whoever's that are telling you everything above that, above 50 notes. And again, you're just paying because, you know, it's ink, printer, you know, whatever, but it's not like that. It's not no thousands or nothing crazy, no hundreds. It's not supposed to be that. As soon as it's that, know that some other stuff is going on. People don't want to toil. They want to rape their people. Right? They don't want to toil. They want to rape their people. Right. Islam. Any more questions? Oh, let me check the email, see if anybody. Nope, we're clear in the email. I've never spent more than 50 on anything Moorish, minus some clothing, for real. Yeah, once you're dealing with the right Moors, it's definitely not going to be some raping. You know, definitely not. Honors to all the Moors in the chat. Wherever you're at, honors to you for knowing the truth about your nationality and your birthrights. Honors to all the students that are studying always, bettering self, elevating their mind constantly. Honors to you. Study, study, study. Honors to all the children out there knowing the truth about their nationality. And shame on you, on the parents who playing black games with their children and African Indian games. Shame on you. Shame, shame. Lying to the poor children. Honors to our prophet, Noble Drew Ali. Honors to our prophet. He did a great work. And the works are carrying on with you, Moors. Honors to you. Don't forget, for the Moors near ATL, near Georgia, this weekend the Moors are meeting up as usual. Like we said, if you haven't been to something where there's Moors there, just Moors, it's an experience you need to do that. Whether it's a Noble Drew Ali Day, whether it's, Moorish meetup, whether it's Moorish cookout, Moorish classes, Moorish lecture, something. If you hear it going on and it's Moorish, you wanna really check that out. You really want to check that out. It's a different vibe being with the Moors. It's a different vibe. Yeah, weekend about to be off the chain. Yeah, it's gonna be off the chain. And again, it's only going to be off the chain because it's Moors getting together, and it's different. It's not like when the black guys get together. Remember when we were black guys and we got together to do stuff, and the thing was there. We might have memories of stuff still today that we did as black guys and whoever's. But there's something absolutely different when it's Moors who care about their prophet and care about each other, get together. It's a different experience. Yeah, it's not like no Million Man March or anything like that. Just gathering to do nothing to come out of it, Supreme honors to all the Moors worldwide. Honors to our prophet, Noble Drew Ali. Supreme love to all the Moors in the chat. Honors to all Islam.